What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is the Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're back for Call of the Night. And in the last episode, we finally got back to catching up to this show more so. And Nazuna, Ko, and Kabura had a good old conversation about Nazuna's past and Kabura and the connection they have, and it's an interesting thing to say the least. Honestly, I think the best way I can put it for a TLDR is Jacob, Twilight. That being said, if you have any thoughts on that, or any thoughts going into the next episode, hit the comments up, or wait till the end. Either way, hit the like button, subscribe, let the whole video run through the limit of the watch time, and all that good stuff. That being said, let's get to it. Alright, and the detective showed up and tried to get her stuff, and that did not work out. And she's immediately getting them on the uptake. Smart. Or is it? That's part of your promise to her mother? Are you sure? Or is that just something you're, saying to try and push her and go? Well, yeah, that much was to be assumed. Probably because of, the higher-ups. Yep, and that makes sense. She needed the blood to survive after giving birth to Nazuna. But she didn't want to feed on her husband, who was probably the one offering, because it would have turned him. And, yeah, okay, that makes sense, especially with, yeah, that's an honest comment. Okay, so her mother died because of birth-giving reasons. That's even more unfortunate than being torn apart by the higher-ups. And the man also died due to natural causes, supposedly, because of not because of the higher-ups, supposedly. That's unfortunate. Imagine being 4 years old and finding out you can fly. That'd be crazy if you had the kind of grown intellect she probably had by that kind of age to just kind of float. Nazuna, what the fuck? She is going way too hard on it, meanwhile the other one's like, yeah, no, now that anime is normal, there's no stereotypes anymore. A little depressing, also a little less cringe, but it is how it is. Also, can I just mention how the Pokemon Company made this kind of character for Kanari as a fanboy? The funniest thing. Some people hated on it, but it is the funniest thing to me. Are we being for real? This guy got turned. Nazuna got what she wanted, even after being shit-talked. Also, that one to the right, is that something that actually exists? Call the Night has a habit of doing that, don't they? Wait, no. The detective wants to kill this guy? Oh no. Or is his name on the list because she knows he has the weakness to this one? Yamari, yeah, her. She's probably ashamed of him, that's why. Because, that question, yeah, shame is probably the answer. Yeah, basically that. The last several sentences out of his mouth was the kind of cringe bullshit you probably heard from the fat kid in Dan to Dan in Season 2. And he's the main character now, so that's cringe in of itself. But this guy, let's hope not. Okay, so he's cringe as hell, but she at least has a good heart about it. You know what? Honestly, I'll give that to her. But more women do need that mindset. Because, honestly, the cringy guy deserves it sometimes. Kidding. Fucking who the fuck winks anymore, really? I mean, listen. Another thing that there should definitely be more openness to. Because, hey, if you're more open to that, less likely some crazy shit'll happen to you. Just saying. He was doing the same fucking glasses thing that Nazuna was doing earlier. Because she was Actually, hold on, I can show an example because I have the blue light glasses. She was literally doing this kind of thing with her glasses for some reason, and he's doing that exact same thing. Fuck. Just dropping that on him at one point, just, hey, would you believe me if I was a vampire? So easy. He wasn't joking. Right, he wasn't joking. That's insane. And the fucking smug face Yamari has on in the background is even crazier, honestly. Okay, you know what? I was gonna save this to the end of the episode about Mari Pause, so I'm gonna just say it. Honestly, wouldn't mind being turned by the cute vampire girl who likes to prey on people like that. Cause, I mean, listen, when you're immortal, you have plenty of time to do and learn stuff. And if you have a girl that's into you, she's not around a lot, it's a W. Okay, on the one end, creepy that he could do that. On the other end, actually really helpful in case something like this comes up. Because man looks into her entire past as soon as he turns into a vampire. And I don't know if he already had the information or not on whether or not it affected somebody's weakness. So that makes it kind of creepy. But hey, having the ability to do that is great. Maybe it can help the others. That's a little cringe. Probably good numbers, but still kind of cringe. Oh no. That entire room is his personal items, isn't it? Oh no. No, sir! I am not telling you my weakness. Meanwhile, she's trying to beat him up to get the information out of him. Because I'm probably right, and it's the entire fucking room. And granted, half of the stuff, really good, really cool, really awesome. Unfortunately, this motherfucker, based as hell, but this motherfucker, his life is in danger, and he doesn't give a shit. Because boobs. The motherfucker just eats. He just needs blood, but he eats. Wow, so he did get to be thin at one point after turning, and then he was like, you know what? Wait, so is he saying that ramen is his kryptonite? No, Ko's figuring it out. Huh? What? Okay, but like, you know what? I can't even question that. It's a thing that teenagers did at one point in the past. Now people just sell such things on OnlyFans. I don't know if that actually is a thing, but with the kind of crazy shit that these people do, probably. Ah, so there is something. He has plans to put out a doujin. Now, is it a doujin? Or is it just a regular comic book? I'm assuming. Hey, yo! I mean, you know what? You got the look for it, so. She's not even hiding it. Honestly, respect. Like, the fact he's not even trying to lie about it, that it involved her, is crazy work. And actually, it's even worse for the fact that he knows her body measurements off top of his head, so he could draw it perfectly, probably. Again, creepy as hell, cringe as hell, but you gotta respect the dedication. And you can't even call the cops on him because she's into most of it. I'm probably going to leave this one into just the Patreon because YouTube will probably yell at me, but this is a based as hell thought. But again, is it cringe or just creepy? So basically he's saying, this is probably my weakness, and I hate what I fucking drew, so you know what? If we have to light it on fire, honestly, this episode is insane. But the whole concept of it is hilarious in a way. And fire it was. Man was probably also thinking to whatever vampire lords above that he didn't have to burn down his entire room. Yeah, you don't need a cry that's being burned down because you have the real thing. And Nazuna's actually being nice about it too. Like, I read one before we threw them in the fire. The art was bad, but your heart was in it. And you can try again, and it won't be your weakness this time. Why would you encourage that? Meanwhile, Go's just checking it out. Probably hasn't read much of it in his whole life, honestly. He seems like kind of a bland kid. This is an awkward as hell thing to talk about. I hate people like that to a very high degree, but being a person like that internally, I kind of gotta respect it. Because, like, if I could find a girl like that, into that kind of thing, listen, I'm just saying, it's probably rare, but it probably does exist. So, like, I do always say on the occasional video, hey, if any girls out there are like that, but I'm not going to stick on that one for too long. Like I said, probably very relieved he didn't have to burn down his whole fucking room because it would count as weakness. Personally, I would get very upset about that kind of thing considering all the stuff. So, like, this kind of vampire reality would be really cool. Actually have somebody in love with you, and that's how it helps turn you. Even if sometimes it's not as legit, and they're just trying to make kids. But hey, at least then you have a connection with them, so, like, not like you won't see them once in a while, probably. Or at least have the ability to, have the look and charisma to make your own. Kids is a very awkward way to put it, but I guess that's why they say offspring, because kids is kind of a cringy way to put it. I digress. Which I know the speech pattern thing, but yeah. It's better than saying yeah or like. That being said, let me know your thoughts about that guy, their connection. I don't know if it really counts as her weakness, but what about him? That at least helps him a little bit. Now, hopefully she doesn't come and get him like she'll probably do to Kabura at some point. Because the detective is going to fuck them up somehow or the other. But you can let me know your thoughts on all that in the comment section down below, because it's always appreciated to hear y'all's thoughts about this, that, and the other thing, especially about things I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Hit the like button, subscribe to the other stuff in the description, ring bells, like Facebook, follow Twitter, Blue Sky, keep updated with things. TikTok, Patreon, get the full and visual and audio stuff I upload here. And go follow on Twitch, subscribe for benefits. It helps out temp this for long. Until next time, Ben the Blazer King with King's Critiques. So, ta-ta for now. Peace.